Hello and welcome to my video. Today we are going to find out the trigonometric sum, which is this sum. So this is the summation of cosine k over 12 pi from k equals 1 to 100. Right, let's do this. First, in order to simplify the problem a little bit, we have to obtain some sort of periodicity. So do we have some kind of periodicity? Well, let's add up from k equals 1 to k equals 24, which is this sum. Notice that at k equals 24, the angle becomes 2 pi. So the summation beyond k equals 24 is just a repetition of the summation from k equals 1 to 24. Okay, so let's calculate this sum of 24 terms. Here, let's split this sum into first 12 terms, which is cosine 1 over 12 pi plus cosine 2 over 12 pi plus cosine 12 over 12 pi. And the last 12 terms are cosine 13 over 12 pi plus 24 over 12 pi. And using the sigma notation, we can write this sum as k from 1 to 12. The first part is cosine k over 12 pi, and the second term is simply adding pi to the angle. So cosine pi plus k over 12 pi. And now we use the property of cosine, which is cosine pi plus some angle is simply minus cosine of that angle. And if you apply that, we have cosine k over 12 pi minus cosine k over 12 pi, which is 0. Okay, so we have obtained that if we add the first 24 terms, and that value gives us 0. And this is the periodicity that we are going to use. Okay, now let's calculate this sum. We are going to use the periodicity of 24, and since 24 times 4 gives us 96, we have k equals 1 to 96 cosine k over 12 pi equals 0. So what remains is k from 97 to 100 cosine k over 12 pi, and by the periodicity, this term is simply equal to k from 1 to 4 cosine k over 12 pi, which is cosine pi over 12, and when k equals 2, it gives cosine pi over 6. When k equals 3, it is cosine pi over 4, and when k equals 4, it is cosine pi over 3. Right, now, the cosine pi over 6, cosine pi over 4, and cosine pi over 3 are the values that are actually familiar to us. So cosine pi over 6 is square root of 3 over 2, and cosine pi over 4 is square root 2 over 2, and cosine pi over 3 is simply 1/2. But what about cosine pi over 12? Here we have to find the value of cosine pi over 12 by using the angle subtraction formula of the cosine. So So notice that pi over 12 is pi over 4 minus pi over 6. Therefore, by the trigonometric subtraction formula, we have cosine pi over 4, cosine pi over 6, plus sine pi over 4, sine pi over 6, which is square root of 2 over 2 times square root of 3 over 2, plus square root of 2 over 2 times 1 over 2, which is square root of 6 plus square root of 2 over 4. So this is the value of cosine pi over 12. So if we use that value, we have square root of 6 plus square root over 4 plus square root of 3 over 2 plus square root of 2 over 2 plus 1 over 2. So let's add them up using 4 as the common denominator. Then we have square root of 6 plus square root of 2 plus 2 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times the square root of 2 plus 2. So finally, we obtain square root of 6 plus 2 times the square root of 3 plus 3 times the square root of 2 plus 2 over 4. And this is our final answer to this summation. Alright, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video.